Hey guys, Vazzy back here, and in today's video we have our second trade simulation of the day. Today's trade involves Michael Bunting going from the Pittsburgh Penguins to the Nashville Predators in a very confusing move. But let's go into NHL 25 and start breaking everything down. Alright, so this is what the trade is currently looking like in game. Thomas Novak and Luke Schenn are going back to Pittsburgh in exchange for Michael Bunting. Thomas Novak here, take a look at him first. Going to his stats here in game, and honestly they're really solid. 40 plus points the past two seasons. This year has been a bit of a struggle for him, but really everyone on the Nashville team this year, really you can say that about them. So I think there is a chance for Novak here to rebound in Pittsburgh, being a solid middle six center. He is also locked up for 2 more years at $3.5 million. That cap hit's not too bad for a guy that can play second or third line center for you. Also going back, Luke Schenn, and this is a confusing one, because I've heard his name thrown around to a team like Toronto and a few other contenders that may look to pick him up at the deadline here. Maybe he gets flipped again, but I don't know, just a weird move. He also has 1 more year left at $2.75 million. And yeah, just a really weird trade here from both sides. Going back to Nashville, I should also say a 4th rounder is going back. I just have this recorded before that came out. But the big piece is Michael Bunting. Been up and down the past few years, looked really solid after joining Pittsburgh. Been mixed results, the past few stops he's been in. Has 1 more year left at $4.5 million. So let's try sending this trade from the Predators to the Penguins. Value way in our side here, even without that 4th round pick. It is trade accepted. So I'll go take a look at the lines for both of those teams, and we'll see what they may be looking like after this trade. Alright, so starting out with the Nashville Predators, and really the only change here is slotting Michael Bunting in on that second line spot. Really, I don't know where else he's going to play outside of that. I think he may be currently injured at the moment, so we'll see how many games he gets into with Nashville. Defensively here, only change is removing Luke Schenn now. Willsby there, I believe, actually is injured as well, so going to be a bit of a tough spot there for the Preds on the blue line, and then still Saros and Noonan as your goalies. And then going over to Pittsburgh and seeing what the AI has done for their team, they have Tommy Novak slotting in on the second line center role. Is it ideal for a team that's looking to win? Definitely not, but at this point in time, Pittsburgh isn't going to be winning this year, so it is totally fine. Defensively, they have Luke Schenn there on the 3rd pairing. I honestly think they're going to probably flip him. That's just my instinct, but we'll see. In the net, Nedeljkovic, Blomqvist, I believe in this build, Jari's still in the AHL. I'm just giving my thoughts here quickly in closing, and it's just a very bizarre trade from both teams. 2 teams that aren't going to be making the playoffs. All these players still do have term left, so there's no UFAs. They're not super young players either. Just a very weird trade here today. From the Nashville side of things, I guess you can say maybe they're trying to clear up money. They save about $1.5 million, I want to say, on those 2 players compared to bringing in Michael Bunting. And if you can flip Bunting maybe at the draft or something, you clear up about $6 million in space. Maybe you look to spend that on the off season. That's the only thing I can really think of. Because I think, honestly, if you traded Luke Schenn and Novak, you could probably get a couple of picks back just straight up for them. And it's just kind of weird as well. Why bring in Michael Bunting at this point? Again, maybe you flip him for something later on down the line. Just kind of weird to me. And then from the Pittsburgh side of things, honestly, I don't mind it for Pittsburgh. You bring in Novak, who, like I said, could play middle six center for you for really the next 2 years. And again, you can flip him down the road. I still think Luke Schenn is going to get traded here before Friday to a contender. We'll have to see if that actually happens, but you can definitely get something for him as well. And just bring in a few additional assets. So yeah, that's going to do it on this quick trade here today. I don't know if I'll be back. We'll see if there's any more trades later tonight. If not, I will be back over the next couple of days for whatever trades happen. But that'll do it for today's video. I will see you all in the next one.